Welcome to the next video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about an incident that happened in Xi'an, China. So, one of the reasons I decided to go to Xi'an is I wanted to visit the terracotta soldiers, or the mausoleum of Qin Shi Huangdi and the museum. Because it's one of these things that when you think about China, it's very much on like places you have to go to and things you have to see because of the enormity of the project the first emperor had laid out. So I believe it was the first full day that I was there, because I believe I arrived on like a Monday, headed out on a Thursday or something to that effect. So this would have been Tuesday. I had booked a tour online. I forget if it was on C-Trip or some other website, to have somebody pick me up in a shuttle bus or in a bus and with a tour guide, and they would take me to all these different sites, the last of which being the area where the terracotta soldiers are. But there were several other places I'd go along the way, like the Banpo Museum, which the Banpo were a people that, according to the museum, had been around for several thousand years. I think it was like 6,000 years. And they had molds of what their faces would have looked like, which incidentally looked very Mongolian, or at least what you would think ethnically Mongolians would look like. Not so much what Han Chinese look like. And you would walk on the excavation sites, like there were glass floors. This is the areas where their houses were, and this is where they buried their people. It's really interesting. Anyway, so got to go to the Banpo Museum. Got to have a meal in a somewhat traditional restaurant on the way to the terracotta soldiers, and I think we may have made another stop. Now, what made this memorable, other than all the stuff I had seen and done, was the fact that the bus was scheduled to come at a certain time to pick me up, and they said, oh, we may be a little, couple minutes delayed, or maybe a little early because may have to pick up other people. I'm like, okay. So bus comes, this local lady, and I won't mention her name again, but thank you. And to the driver as well, thank you for that. Appreciated the trip and the pickup, and the service was awesome. Anyway, she comes in to the hostel. I was by the front door, and I apologize for the grandfather clock. It's an unfortunate thing that we have in the background here. Anyhow, she comes in, says, oh, David? I said, yeah. Oh, okay, I'm here to take you on the tour. All right. So slide the door of this van, really. Get in, several benches, sit down, close the door, and says, okay, we're gonna head out. It's all right. I look, and I'm the only person in there. So I go, oh, great, first person. I don't have to, worry about getting like a bad seat or anything. So it's the driver, sitting on the left, because they drive on the same side as in the U.S., in China, except for Hong Kong. But anyway, and then she's on the other seat on the right. So as we're moving along, I said, all right, how many more people are coming along on this? Says, no one else. You're it. Really? Yeah, you're the only person that booked this tour at this time, on this day. Wow. Now, I don't remember what I had paid for it. I know that it was reasonably priced. Might have been, I don't know, a few hundred RMB, if that. But I remember thinking, wow, I get a personalized tour at a very inexpensive rate. And it was a great tour. I think she and I, very fluent English speaker. We chatted quite a bit about, besides the tour stuff, just about life in general. And again, she had asked questions about, why I was in China. Was I traveling? Was I living? How long was I there? How good is my Chinese? All the typical questions we get. And, I got to learn a little bit about her and how she had learned English, and that I believe she had a Spanish boyfriend, or at least he spoke Spanish, which I thought was also interesting. And he had a very Spanish sounding name from what she told me at the time. But it was great, going to the terracotta area and having that one-on-one tour and translation and explanation of places. And okay, this is everything. Just let me know when you're ready to go, or if you have any questions, and it was a really great experience. And of course I tipped her and the driver very well, and thanked them both for that tour. But it was a great tour, and it certainly made the travel to Xi'an that much more memorable and enlightening. So thanks. Anyway, that's the Xi'an tour, VIP tour story. See you on the next one.